Welcome everybody to another episode of the Oakland Athletics franchise here on MLB The Show 23. Today we get started with the Midland Rockhounds as they go into the Texas League Championship Series, and Roger Feliciano will lead them out into game number 1 as he takes the hill facing Mike Ford and getting the strikeout. The called strike 3 on the slider away, and then it's LJ Jones grounding one over to Reyna with the throw on to second and back to first to get out of a huge jam in the top half of the first inning. Jojo Romero would be on the hill for the Springfield Cardinals, the team that took these Rockhounds out in the Texas League Championship Series last year. And on this rainy day, in a 1-0 lead for the Springfield Cardinals, there's a grounder for Alan Flores. Double play, but does drive home the tying run. Archie Bond at the plate, he swings through the sweeping 12-6 curveball. And then Mike Ford, who's had a bad day at the plate, as you saw earlier in these highlights, there is another out for him. Lucius Robert goes down swinging as well, as it was quite the pitcher's duel in this one, as Drew Verhagen takes over for Romero, and that is when things went a little south for Springfield. It's Alan Flores hitting one over the wall in left field. Flores, sneaky power from time to time. That one had a 94 exit velocity, traveling 381 feet, and the Rockhounds take the lead. Jorge Mercedes would come in to pitch in relief of Roger Feliciano, and Archie Bond dribbling one up the middle. Look at Merrill throwing on to first and getting the final out of the top of the 7th. We go to the bottom half, and Lucius Robert swinging through this one as Verhagen gets through a decent inning of relief there. Still a 3-1 game. Freddie McGregor, the 19-year-old prospect, coming in to pitch in the top of the 8th inning, getting Michael Papierski to swing through for strike number 3, and then Nick Dunn swinging as well and missing. Through the middle of the 8th we go, and into the 9th, where Damon Lucero would come in to close this thing out. The 5'11 pitcher gets Devlin Granberg as the first out of the inning, flying one out to center field to Rivas. Then it's Jonah Davis, and he swings through. A little pass ball for Walter McCall to throw on to Navar. Then McCarthy Tatum rips one down the left field line, giving the Springfield Cardinals just a little bit of hope, as that one is a 2-out double. And that puts the tying run at the plate. John Trevino swings through, and the Rockhounds get the win. Damon Lucero successfully closing it out as the Rockhounds take the 1-0 series lead by a score of 3-1. In this one, Feliciano, 6 very strong innings, and Flores with that 2-run shot was huge in the win. Moving on to game number 2, a much better day in Midland, Texas, as Brooke Sohn takes the hill on this sunny day. The 5'10", 183-pound, 23-year-old pitcher, Archie Bond, would take him up the middle for a base hit that would bring home a run with an errant throw into center field. Then Devlin Granberg comes up and gets himself a single up the middle as well. Another run, maybe 2, yes 2, coming home 3-0. Springfield Cardinals. Jonah Davis, though, would go down swinging. That got us through the middle of the first. Claudio Zepeda would be the starter for the Springfield Cardinals. 6'5", 186. That is a big man. And the bottom of the 4th inning gets himself out of a little bit of a jam with a ground ball to end the 4th inning. Pedro Chavis had to come in a long relief situation. 6'1", 205 pounds. 2 on, nobody away. And this one's drops in left, right in front of Lucius Robert. Comes up throwing, but the throw is not in time. That's the 4th run of the game. Manuel Malanca had to come in relief as well. Reyna gets them out of that jam with some good defense. McCarthy Tatum had a rip in the last game. He gets one here, a base knock that would bring home an RBI, making it 5-0 Springfield. And Midland just never had a shot in this one. Here's a ground ball over to Navar. He gets the second out of the top of the 8th inning, and then Archie Bond goes down swinging. That would give Midland one last shot. In the bottom of the 9th with 1 on, swinging Frankie Miller, and when your number 1 guy is going to go down swinging, You got some problems. Flores, who hit the homer in game number 1, will be the final out of game number 2 as the Springfield Cardinals even the series, headed to Springfield with a 5-0 shutout win. Big-time performance for those Cardinals. And now, you guys get a treat. A full broadcast presentation of game number 1 of the Wild Card Series, as the winner of this Wild Card Series will face the Cleveland Guardians in the ALDS at Pandora Field, all 3 games. Oakland A's, Minnesota Twins, and getting the ball for game number 1 is nasty Nestor Cortez, a 13-10 season for him, 3.08 ERA, 122 whip. Roger Lentz leading off, and he swings for strike number 3. Nasty Nestor already getting nasty with it. Harrison Bader at bat number 2, and that's a strikeout as well, as Nasty Nestor really came out here firing. Here is Carlos Correa going down swinging as well. Imagine striking the side out in the first inning of the wild card matchup. His opposer will be Aaron Nola. We know he can pitch, but he hasn't had a great season. Here's Reed Hoffman dribbling one to second base, and he is thrown out easily for out number 1. Oscar Gonzalez takes his spot at the dish and hits one into left center field. A gapper going all the way up against the wall. Buxton trying to range back, and it is a double. Vladdy Guerrero Jr. comes up and laces one to left. Is it far enough? It is, but it is foul. So Vladdy, little disheartened there, and he swings at an errant pitch for strike number 3. That'll bring up Jonathan India, and India takes the inside pitch and launches it to left field. That one is fair, and that one is far, and it is gone. Jonathan India with the solo shot, his first homer of the postseason, obviously, and that one is gone. Big time shot, and it is 2-0. So Bucky Carver comes up, dribbles one over to shortstop. This one is thrown onto first base for the final out of the first inning. So with the first inning done, Jonathan India puts the first runs up on the board. 2 hits, 2 runs scored thanks to Jonathan India and the big 2-run shot. We'll be back. All right, into the top of the second inning, it's Brent Rooker, former Oakland A, leading off, and that one's right into Vladdy's glove for out number 1. Brings up Jose Miranda. He goes down swinging. Nasty Nestor with his 4th strikeout in 5 batters. Jorge Polanco comes up, dribbles one on to Marcelo Mayer, taking the spot of the injured Tim Anderson in this postseason lineup. That brings us to the bottom of the second. Swung on and missed by Jason Givens, thrown on to first for out number 1. Jordan Walker at the plate, and Walker dribbles this one over to shortstop, thrown on to first base, and out number 2. So 2 gone for Tyler Soderstrom here in the bottom of the second. Soderstrom hits this one high. This one's ranging back, but it just has too much air under it, and that will end the second inning. Still 2-zip, Oakland A's. We'll be right back. To lead it off, Trevor Larnach up at the plate, and he hits this one pretty high, out to left, and Hoffman with a nice range to make the grab. Out number 1, Ryan Jeffers coming up, and Jeffers hits this one into right center field. Jason Givens calling it off, getting underneath it, and making the catch for out number 2. 2 gone in the top of the third for Royce Lewis at shortstop today, and this one nearly gets by Jordan Walker, but he's able to stop it, throw on to first, but he's safe, not in time, and that is ruled a base hit, taking the no-no away from Nestor Cortez, and then he throws a walk for Roger Lentz, so 2 on with 2 away for Harrison Bader, and he will strike him out on the cutter. Through the middle of the third, Nasty Nestor, great pitching performance thus far. Here's Marcelo Mayer, he goes down swinging, embarrassing on the circle change away. That brings up Reed Hoffman, and Hoffman hits this one over to second base. Look at the range and the play out at second. Nice play for Miranda. That'll bring up Oscar Gonzalez. Gonzalez lacing another one. He had a double his first time up, and that's another easy double all the way to the wall, and he will stop right there. A two-out two-bagger. That'll bring up Vladdy Jr., who gets it down the left field line. Oscar Gonzalez is going to take this thing home. And it's 3-0 Oakland A's. Jonathan India at the plate, hit the homer in the first inning, but this time he's the last out of the third. Not before Vladdy Jr. is able to get one down the left field line and make it 3-0 Oakland. We'll be back after these messages. Back in the top of the fourth, and Carlos Correa leading it off with a base hit. That is something that the Twins expect to see more of. He is their big guy. Brent Rooker, the 4-hole hitter, after we just let him go, and he will strike out swinging. 6th strikeout of the day for Nestor. Miranda becomes strikeout number 7 for Nestor Cortez, and out number 2 of this top of the fourth inning. And that'll bring up Polanco right over to Mayer. Mayer throws it on to second, and we are through the middle of the fourth. To the bottom half we go, where Bucky Carver gets some good wood on the ball, but just too much air under it for out number 1. So Nola trying to work the bottom of this fourth. Jason Givens jammed a little bit here, and that's going to bloop into left field for a single. Jason Givens has himself aboard. With one away for Jordan Walker, the knuckle curve fools him heavy. They'll bring up Tyler Soderstrom. Soderstrom gets a nice little piece of this, and that is into right field. 2 on with 2 away for Marcelo Mayer. And Mayer takes this into the gap. Will it fall? It does. That is going to bring home 1 RBI and leave corners with 2 away for Reed Hoffman. And Hoffman goes down swinging. He has not had a great game thus far. But Nola gets through 4, but he's given up 4. Trevor Larnach going to go ahead and take the cutter up high for Nestor's 8th K of the day. And Ryan Jeffers, second batter of the inning, he goes down swinging, make it 9 Ks for Nasty Nestor. Royce Lewis, third batter of this inning, and right back to Nestor, who will throw it on to first. Vladdy makes the grab, and we are through the middle of the 5th. To the bottom we go. Oscar Gonzalez gets good wood on this one. Might be a little too much air underneath it, short of the warning track for out number 1. Nola, 94 pitches in, going to Vladdy, and this one is roped out to left center field. Just a little bit too much air under that one as well for number 2. Jonathan India, 1 for 2 on the day with the homer. He takes this one oppo field. This one's going to get over the head out in right field and make it a double for Jonathan India. So a homer and a double today. Big game for India. And that's going to do it for Aaron Nola. Sam Bachman coming in relief. 3.48 ERA in his 13 appearances this year. Bucky Carver goes down swinging on the slider away to end the 5th inning. So into the 6th we go. Roger Lentz barely tapping this one. Soderstrom gets it, throws it to first, and that's out number 1. Harrison Bader 0 for 2 on the day, make it 0 for 3. The slider gets him. Nestor's 10th K of the evening. Carlos Correa now, and this one is jammed and high and behind him, and Soderstrom makes the grab. And we're through the middle of the 6th. To the bottom half, it's Jason Givens taking it to right field. Woo, right in the glove. Nice grab out there in right. I'll bring up Jordan Walker, and Walker takes it into left. That's into the gap. Jordan Walker should have himself an easy 1-out double here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And he does. I'll bring up Tyler Soderstrom going down swinging on the fastball just outside for out number 2. Second strikeout for Bachman. Marcelo Mayer pulls this one into right field. That's going to get all the way to the wall, and it will bring home another RBI. 5-0 Oakland A's. With 2 away in the bottom of the 6th for Reed Hoffman, who swings and misses. We usually don't see a lot of strikeouts from Hoffman. We're getting them today as Roy McBride coming in relief. 3.01 ERA in his 41 games in the regular season. He's in to face Rooker, who goes down swinging at the fastball up and in for out number 1. McBride now dueling against Miranda. Miranda just takes the fastball up and middle up. That is not a pitch to take. Jorge Polanco now, 3-2 pitch. He takes the changeup right down the pipe. And we're into the bottom half of the 7th inning. Oscar Gonzalez rips this one out to center. Easy routine fly ball for out number 1. That'll bring up Vladimir Guerrero Jr., who takes strike 3 on the slider that just hits the edge. Sam Bachman, some solid innings of relief. Jonathan India gets a piece of this one out to center, and easy grab to end the 7th inning. Just 2 innings remaining in this one. And Dylan Tate coming in relief. 2.75 ERA in his 52 appearances this year. Facing Trevor Larnach leading off, and Larnach takes this one out to left field. Hoffman makes the break for it and makes the grab near foul territory. Ryan Jeffers 0 for 2 on the day, but this one is gapped all the way to the wall. That one will go for extra bases. Givens ranging back, he'll throw it in to the cutoff man, and it is a 1-out double. Royce Lewis with a chance to bring a run home. India will corral it and throw it on to first for out number 2. They do have a runner on third just 90 feet away, and Roger Lentz, unfortunately, into foul territory. High fly ball for Walker to make the grab. The shutout is preserved. We go to the bottom half of the 8th inning, and Ron Marinaccio, former Yankee, will pitch it. 3.89 ERA for his season. Bucky Carver up and in, and he goes for it, and that is caught out in right center field for out number 1. Jason Gibbons goes down swinging the fastball low and in. He went for it. I don't know why. Jordan Walker now at the plate, and Walker dribbles one on to third. This is an easy play to make, and it will get made to end the 8th inning. Still 5-zip. Dylan Tate still in there. No closer needed in this one, as Mayer will corral it but not throw it to first in time. So they've got a runner on for Correa. The sinker hits the edge and gets him for out number 1. Brent Rooker takes this thing deep and gone over the lazy river. Never mind, into the lazy river. It is gone. Brent Rooker, the former Oakland A, says, "How you like me now?" And then the entire A's team just says scoreboard. But Zach Jackson will come in anyways, as that is enough of Dylan Tate. He had a 5.27 ERA and only 13 appearances. I don't know why the computer didn't pitch him a lot, but there's a strikeout on the slider away. And then there's the up fastball. Just can't catch up to it. Zach Jackson comes in, gets 2 strikeouts, and ends this ball game. Nestor will come away with the win after 6 very strong innings of shutout baseball with 10 Ks. Jonathan India, of course, had the 2-run shot early. So now you've seen a little bit of each series. Let me know your predictions in the comments section below. We've got a 1-1 series in the Cardinals and the Rockhounds, and we've got a 1-0 series here in the wild card. So let me know how you think those series are going to turn out. Thank you guys for your incredible support on the series. Make sure you keep dropping those likes, keep sharing the videos. Thank you very much to the channel members who go above and beyond to support this channel every single day. And if nobody's told you guys today, I love you, FG fam.